Hey everyone, welcome back to another tutorial. Today I thought I would show you an encapsulated foil look without using actual foil, using some chameleon flakes. You can use chameleon pigments or any types of pigments or chromes. I never really use it with flakes, so I'm going to give it a go with our flakes today. To bore you with all the boring details, my English is just really on fire today. But anyway, I've already painted my tip in black. I'm going to go over, I've already cured my tip. Don't go over your wet gel with another gel. Paint your black, cure it, and then I'm going to grab a builder gel. I'm using the UV LED Flawless Soak Off gel by Nail Perfect today because this one is a little bit thicker. And I'm just going to go in and add an even layer all over our black. And once you're all even, grab yourself some Glad Wrap or plastic wrap, whatever you call it where you're from. Some people call it cling wrap, cling film, and then just lightly tap it in. You want to create little wrinkles in your gel. Once you're all wrinkled up, cure it for 30 to 60 seconds depending on your lamp. Alright, we're back and we're cured, so I'm going to carefully peel off our plastic, and you should have something that looks like this. If you do have overhang, don't stress too much about it. You can buff all those down. Don't buff it yet because you want to keep your inhibition layer intact. Otherwise your chrome or your pigment or your flakes won't stick. So grab your flakes. I'm using the number 3 in the chameleon flakes on the Unicorn Lab website, and I'm grabbing a little sponge. Hopefully this works the way I want it to. The idea behind it is you should be able to see, which you can, all the little grooves and crevices, and yeah, it will give you that really cool encapsulated look. And depending on the base color you use and the pigment, it looks different every time. So this isn't a uniform design, it's always going to look different. One of my personal favorite combinations is doing it with a white and then like a purple sort of pigment over it. I love doing that because that stands out a lot, but I wanted to go with a little bit of a color shift today. So I'm going to use a thinner gel this time. Now that that's all rubbed in, I'm going to go with my ridge filling base gel, and this gel is also from Nail Perfect. It's a lot thinner, so the flawless gel that I use is quite thick. This one is a lot thinner and better for filling in ridges, so I'll probably use a bit too much, but that's okay. I can just wipe the excess off. Just make sure you've coated the entire nail, and if you've got any little gaps on the side like here, make sure you get in there as well. Alright, we're completely covered. I'm going to cure this again for 30 seconds. Okay, we're cured. Our next step is wipe your inhibition layer off with some gel cleanser. I'm going to pull this off the backing tip So you can see we've got a little bit of overhang. So make sure when you do apply your Glad wrap that you're not pushing down too hard on the corners here as well. But like I said, that's fine. You can buff it. You can get like a little e-file bit, or you can clean it up. When you're doing this on a client, don't go too close to the cuticle. But yeah, it's pretty easy to clean up. And if you're worried about sort of eating into your design, because you know some parts are, you can see they're raised, I find that it actually adds to the effect if you sort of, I guess, etch some of the chrome away and you leave a little bit of black seeping through. It just adds to that dimension. So yeah, don't stress too much about that. I'm going to clean this up and give it a buff. So just cleaning up all the corners, and I will come back to my buff design. Okay, so I've buffed and cleaned up the shape, and you can see what's happened with some of our raised areas. They've gotten like this really cool black crackle effect through it. So that's why I said don't stress too much if you file some of those raised parts. It actually adds to the effect and actually enhances the overall design and look, because you have a lot more of a crackle effect. So I'm just going to give this a cleanse so you can see what it looks like. Shiny. So I think I will matte this design today. You can go shiny if you wanted to give it like a little bit of an opal sort of look, but I'm going to matte it out. Just dry it a little bit first. Alright, let's see how this comes up matte. What I like about the matte gloss is if you're unsure, before you cure it, it always looks really glossy. So that if you decide to leave it glossy, this is the look that you can expect. Pretty cool. Like I said, I haven't used it with the flakes before, so I'm actually really impressed with how that turned out. Let's cure it and then see what it looks like in a matte. Alright, we're all cured, and this is our matte result. Really cool. And you still have that really cool color shift in there as well. So yeah, if you have struggled in the past with encapsulating angel paper, try this effect. I've been using this effect for a while. It's one of my favorites. It looks a lot more complicated than it is, but I think I'm going to add, I think I might leave this as a background and show you guys a quick little cluster as well. So one of my favorite clusters to do, if you wanted to do like a full set of this and have this on a ring finger or a middle, you can do that too. So just getting my nail glue, and yes, that is exactly what I use to glue my crystals. Actually, if you wanted to do like little, I guess like little dewdrops as well, that would look really cool too, the way the glue's gone shiny. All right, I'm going to go in with an SS20. This is an AB crystal. Make sure that's centered. And pop in an SS16 and an AB on corners here. When you work with a matte, you want to make sure you get a precise application, otherwise you're going to see a lot of shine. And then let's add some 12s here and here. So let's grab our crystals here so you can see. All right, so we've got our 20, our 16, and our 12. I'm going to, let's do an 8. Don't want to go too much smaller, but I am running out of room. So these can be hard to pick up sometimes, especially when you have a lot. Come on. There we go. Let's pop an 8 in there. And pop an 8 in there. And then I'm going to go in with I'm actually going to put a 5. So I'm going to put a 5 up here. But because I have a little bit more room on the bottom, I'm going to put a 7 first, and then I'm going to add a 5 just to fill that gap in a little bit more. You don't have to keep it too uniform. If your clients are OCD, I guess just find a new client. I don't know. No, don't do that. Yeah, so you can leave it exactly the way it is, or you can add some SS3s to it as well, which are these little guys here. They're super tiny, but they are the perfect gap fillers. So if you're going to go right there, and then 1, do I have enough? Right there. There we go. And that is our design finished. If you wanted to go one step further, what I do sometimes, depending on how much bling your client wants, is I grab the SS3s or little caviar beads and I pop them in every single little gap. So let's have a closer look. There we go. So if you want to add SS3s in all these little gaps, or even like a little silver caviar bead, you can do that too. But for this design, I think I'm going to leave it exactly as is. Let me know what you thought of this tutorial. Hopefully you've learned something new. Let me know if there's any other tutorials you might want to see in the comments below. As always, if you decide to recreate this video, please tag us on Instagram, #UnicornLabNailSupply, or join our Facebook group, which is just Unicorn Lab Support, and share your recreations with us. And if you would like to see more tutorials, make sure you say subscribe to our mailing list online. You can find most of these products on the website as well. Again, if you have any not certain, oh my god, it has been a long day. If you have any tutorials that you want to see, or anything that you want us to elaborate on, or any products on the website that you may want to show, let us know in the comments below or send us a message, and we will do our best to film it and give you guys a breakdown of those products. So yeah, we will see you all next week. Have a great weekend, everyone. Bye.